So, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to do a video about dealing with bereavement. Sadly, I lost my father this back in June, June 13th. He got ill just before the Champions League final between Manchester City and Inter Milan. He had been unwell for a couple of months prior. He fell down the stairs. He had to go into our local hospital here in Swindon. Well, I live near the hospital in Swindon. Have a procedure done. Got ill. He had been ill previously for a couple of years, going into lockdown during COVID. He done his back in and just stretched, putting a telephone cord out, and went to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor ruined his back, and he had collapsed vertebrae. And then going into 2023, actually Christmas time 2022, the health started to decline, went frail, um, loss of appetite. He lost a lot of weight. He was a big guy, he was like 19, 20 stone. And in the end, he was about 12 stone. He, so from February to his death, so probably February to probably the beginning of June, his health started to decline a lot. As I said, fell down the stairs, fell over twice, one in Easter and one on my mum and dad's wedding anniversary. He then got ill, more sicker when I was away. More sicker was that a word? More sicker. And then when I was away, I went to Rome to watch Roma Spezia at the end of June, at the beginning of June. Came back, and then a week later, he sadly passed away. He had lymphedema near the end, which is a swelling of the legs. He had that previously in the summer of 2022, where district nurses would come out and try to bandage wounds which would leak in on his legs. Sadly, he caught an infection. He did have heart problems also. He had an echo, and found out he had a irregular heartbeat. He then had what did he have? Heart failure. I found that out 4 days before he died. I went to the cricket to watch Australia India at the Oval, and then I tried to spend as much time with him before he passed. He went into hospital on a Sunday evening, died Tuesday morning at 2 a.m. I went to see him 20 minutes before he died, and Mum was the last person to see him before he passed. What I found out in the 9 months after, it was 9 months last Wednesday, so the 13th. People are lovely, and then people can be a bit shitty and a bit crappy. You get the flowers, you get the WhatsApp messages, you get the text message, you get the Facebook messages, Instagram, Twitter, you get the, oh yeah, sorry to hear what happened. If you need anything, let me know. And I've heard that so many times in the last 9 months, it does my head in. It just you get a lot of people who are quite fake, quite like how can I describe this in a nicer way? Uh, they don't know how to talk to you when you're dealing with a bereavement. I've noticed that quite a lot recently, especially in the first couple of weeks back at work. Company I worked for was amazing. They gave me all the time off that I needed. I then went into the office one day and no one spoke to me. I got blank looks. I felt horrible. What's the point? And what's the point of going into the office? Excuse me. To be honest, I didn't really need to be in. I've got really good core friends. I've been helping me and my mum. We stick together. We help each other out and stuff like that. She's got her sisters. They help her out. Me and my mum in 2024 come up with a way that we spend a lot of time with each other. And we go out for meals once a month to a local restaurant nearby us and spend some time with each other and just try and get on with our lives. Like coping wise, it was tough. Like I go to football and watch Swindon, and I miss going to football with my dad. having someone to talk to and connect with talking about football. Like if I go on a Swindon away day, which I've not seen Swindon win away this season, I get to like talk to I miss talking to my dad about it. I miss talking about football, train journeys. Oh yeah, I'm going to be late because I'm the train is late, and then all that stuff. He used to always message me going, "Just let me know when you're there. Just let me know when you're." I miss that. I miss the WhatsApp messages with him. I miss him every day. Like, even when he got more ill and more frail, try and spend as much time with him as I could. Like dealing with it is tough and coping's tough. I've learned a lot in the last couple of months. Like I had to do counselling. Counselling was rough. Like there was moments where I thought, I didn't want to do this no more. Not the counselling was just like it helped me in the long run because I felt rough for about 3 weeks and just didn't know what to do. My mum snapped me out of things. She's a godsend. She's a wonderful woman, sorry. And what I've also noticed, neighbours don't treat you right. Some neighbours are wonderful, and some neighbours just don't give you the time of day. It's just strange. They just don't know how to talk to you. I've been back at work since November. I've been into the office quite a lot. And to be honest, it's been a lot better. I have my moments. It does get tough. It gets hard. And you have to think of the good times you had with him before he passed. Like the local football team, Swindon, they were amazing. They were an absolute godsend with me and mum. Even though it's awful on the pitch and what's going on off the pitch, they do a lot to help the fans and stuff like that with junior reds and stuff like that. They do. I think they're only the only club in the country that does ashes. You can bury people's ashes in the ground, and that's what me and mum did. It was in my dad's will, and it was a fun day in August 2023. I think it was just after the Swindon Five Rex, the Wrexham Five Swindon Five game. So me and my mum and her two sisters went to the counting ground on that Monday morning, spread his ashes, walked around the ground. It was quite nice. It was a really nice day. Me and mum then went to Scotland in September to spread some more ashes in Glasgow. My dad was Scottish, and yeah, it was quite good. Trying to a 6 hour train journey with mum with mum having ashes was was quite entertaining. Not flying, excuse me, but I've come to think about it, and in the end, before I stop recording, I stop waffling on that. There is good people out there, and they do have your heart and needs. That few of my, quite a lot of my friends do check up on me all the time, and a good core of people. But like, what I've found, especially in 2024, and then when you've gone through a bereavement and just after COVID, people do not know how to react and talk to people. Because of COVID, we were, as a community and as a society, they don't know how to interact with people because we were locked up for almost 18 months. People have a chip on the shoulder. People think they're entitled to everything and everything like that. And I just noticed a lot of things happening. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, they've had the funeral and stuff like that gone down the line," and just be like, "Yeah, that's all done and dusted." But deep down inside, people are still struggling. Like 9 months on, I'm still struggling most days. I hide it a little bit. I have rough days. I have good days. I'd learned to help myself. Listening to calm music is a good influence. Talking to my mates, talking to my mum is also quite good. She gets very emotional when people talk to her and see, like, ask her how she's doing. I'm the complete opposite, but no. I wanted to do this video for a long time because dealing with bereavement is tough. I used to work in bereavement for the company I work for, and it's it's a topic that's quite sensitive, and people people react in different ways. It took me quite a long time to react to it because I sort of knew my dad was ill, and I did not have long left with him. It wasn't a shock and it wasn't a surprise. He died in hospital. Me and my mum had a fear that he would die at home, and that would have been hard for both of us. But I can't fault the doctors. They did an amazing, amazing job. But no, um, I just can't believe where the time's gone. Like June is like a year. What made for me it was quite moving. My dad drummed into me as a young age to support Swindon and follow Scotland. And he died before Father's Day, which was quite tough. I was watching the cricket and not in floods of tears, but it was emotional. But the day before, Scotland went to Norway and won 2-1. And I was buzzing. That made my day. And then a few days later, the Scotland beat Georgia. And then they're going to the Euros. And a part of me feels that they will beat Germany. But no, we'll find out in a couple of months. But all I'm going to say is, before like stopping this, because I've been waffling on, there is people out there to help you. There is like these core friends that will help you. It will probably take time for people to understand what you've gone through because I don't think people do understand and what you've gone through because they probably haven't gone through it themselves. I found that quite tough in the first 4 or 5 months after losing my father, but now I've gone to realise that. And I think what my mum has sensed that her friends want her to make contact with them. And thankfully, she has done in the last couple of weeks and has gone out with a lot of her friends recently, which has made me a nice, proud son. And like, like when she announces like, oh, I'm just going out with some friends, just going out for some treat, I'm smiling from ear to ear. Like I have this a proud son moment. But no, I'm going to end this here because I've gone for 12 minutes talking about dealing with bereavement and stuff like that. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Ciao.